The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Sup guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was the Reincarnation of Noctis. This is part 6, and the last part, Izuku, Ochako fought against Ida and Bakugo in the, Heroes vs. Villain test, and won flawlessly. However, Bakugo is still pretty damn pissed on what happened to him during the Heroes vs. Villain test and everything, and vows to beat him while Izuku was working on his new support items. Any rate, with that said, let's get into this. Izuku spent almost 2 hours trying to perfect his new support items, being his engine weaponry. He's hoping that Shoto, Kirishima, and Kaminari would test them out, since most of these weapons were made to help them out with their quirks and everything. However, he's still struggling when it comes to Kaminari. Other than that, he thinks he's doing pretty well. As the day goes by, he plans on heading back home and hoping to go out with Ochako until he tells Hatsume and Power Loader that he's heading out, and they tell him to be safe on the way home. As he reaches to the door, both Kaminari, Shoto, and Kirishima walk up saying, and surprised that he came up so soon. As he says, "Guys, what the hell are you guys doing here? Were you guys waiting on me?" As Kaminari said, "Yeah, we thought we could head home together," but Kirishima soon saying, "But All Might wanted to talk to you in private before we left." As Izuku was wondering, why the hell would All Might want to talk to me? Would it be due to the exam? Would it do during the training exam? Because if that's the case, it's not. There's no point of saying anything to him. It was all Kachan's fault, not mine. I was just defending myself. As Shoto saying, "I don't think that's the case, Midoriya." He's saying, "It just seems like you just wanted to talk. So, do you want to go see him?" As Izuku saying, "Alright, fine. If I don't, I'm probably going to get a lecture about it anyway." They soon guide him to All Might's office, and they said that they'll be waiting outside for him. As Izuku saying, "Alright guys, it shouldn't take too long. See you in a bit." He goes in, and there he sees All Might in his buff form, and saying, "Aha, young Midoriya, you finally come. I'm thankful that you're here." As Izuku saying, "Yeah, thanks, All Might. So what do you want to see me for?" As he soon realized, as All Might soon no longer put on the facade. He's still smiling, but can I ask you something? When I saw you, and when I first saw your exam, I believe that you only had some teleportation quirk, relying both on weapons to teleport to. So, I want to also know, do you also have the ability to absorb people's elemental quirks, emitter type quirks like elements, or do you have a super strength quirk alongside with an intelligence quirk as well?" As Izuku saying, "What? No, I only have one quirk." He thinks, "Why are you asking this? Seriously, these are just some theoretical questions, right? Because none of this can be real." As he thinks, as All Might saying, I don't think he's lying in his voice, but still. I can't take any chances with this boy. Tell me, do you have any... What do you think of our current hero society as a whole? As Izuku saying, what? Why asking this? Fine, I'm probably not going to get anywhere if I don't answer this. As Izuku tells him that hero society may be prosperous, crime is down, less villains are out, and a new generation of heroes are doing pretty well. However, there's only one problem. Our current generation of heroes are selfish. They have no idea what it truly means to be a hero. Some are in it for the money, and some are in it for the fame. There are some who have just motives and truly do care about keeping the peace and protecting the weak. But what about those who dream of becoming heroes? Those with quirks who can't stand up to people with more flashy, more powerful, and more stronger quirks. You can't expect them to give up on their dreams of wanting to become heroes, right? Don't get me wrong, All Might. What you've done is amazing, and you've helped quite a bit of people and inspired quite multiple generations. And for that, I thank you. But you've created another problem all to its own. And for that, we don't just need a symbol. We need a leader. Someone to guide the people to what it truly means to help others and to means to be a hero. That's the kind of hero I'll become. Not just a symbol, but a leader, a king. As All Might doesn't sense the presence of a boy. He sensed the presence of a man who's gone through so much hardship, so much pain, and so much experience that it feels like Izuku has this presence. As he wonders, who are you, Izuku Midoriya? Who are you really? As Izuku saying, I'm just Izuku Midoriya. But if I told you, in a past life, I was once a king. But I think you would think that's stupid. But to tell you the truth, even I have a hard time believing it as well. After that, Izuku saying, if that's all you wanted to ask, All Might, then I'm just gonna go. After that, All Might soon gone back to his regular form, as Izuku looks back and saying, "What the hell? What the hell? Are you really All Might?" As All Might gives the same explanation, saying, "Calm down, young Midoriya. It is me. Let me explain." By telling him everything about what happened to him and certain aspects, as he begins thinking, wow. And I didn't expect that. Quite a bit. As he begins thinking, well, now you know the truth. So I'm guessing you believe that I was related to the so-called villain that you fought against 5 years ago. Am I right? As he's saying, how did you wouldn't just call me out of the blue and ask stuff like this, you know? As saying, I guess that's pretty much right. So, will you keep my secret? Sure, of course. But tell me, about your quirk and all. Seeing that it only allows you to use your quirk for a couple hours or so, I'm guessing you're a lot more weaker than you used to be. Tell me, why did you come to UA really? As he's saying, you really want to know? As I came to look for a successor. Someone to take my place as the next number one hero. The next symbol of peace. As Izuku wonders, really? So, I'm guessing you chose the first years and one of us to be your successor. Am I right? As saying yes and no. I haven't given my quirk to anyone just yet. And to be honest, I'm surprised. I was planning on giving it to a boy by the name of Mirio Togeda, a third year, and he's part of the big three as well. However, after seeing you, I hold off on that for a little bit. And seeing how you are not somehow have any connection to All For One, I think I have nothing to worry about. And saying, wait, give your quirk? Don't tell me you have the quirk to give. You have a quirk that you can pass on to others. Huh. Wait, what the hell am I saying? I have a quirk that literally isn't a quirk at all. Of course that'd be possible. As he says it's in his mind, saying, so you know about that. Well, given my quirk, it wouldn't be too far off. As that's... So, who do you plan on giving it to? Do you still plan on giving it to Togeda? As he's saying, well, I was, but maybe you should. As Izuku stops him, not a chance in hell. As saying, but what? Why would you? Look, it'd be great to have a powerful quirk like yours. Somebody like you, a quirk like yours, would be amazing. But I want to aim for number one with my own power, my own quirk. I've been through hell and back because of this quirk. Hell, I was once dubbed quirkless back when I was a kid, and yet here I am in the school made to create the best that's made to create the best of the best heroes in the world, and now the number one hero is trying to ask me for his quirk when I already have quite the most powerful damn quirk known to man. Do you really expect me to give that up so easily, to ask for another powerful quirk as it is? As All Might saying, well, I guess I see your point. But seeing your inner circle, I can tell you have quite a bit of good friends with you. That being Ijiro Kirishima, Denki Kaminari, and Shoto Todoroki. Surprising seeing the son of the number 2 hero right by your side. He's been through hell and back because of his father, and I can relate to him. But it's mostly due to you being the number 1 hero that he's been through hell. So I want to ask you something, All Might. I've helped him out as much as I can, but I think he needs somebody to truly guide him besides just me. I want you, if you plan on giving somebody your quirk, give it to Todoroki. Give it to my friend Shoto. And as All Might saying, are you sure? Yes. Kaminari may be a good guy, but I think he can handle things on his own. He's pretty strong as it is, even with his hardening quirk. Denki may be an idiot, but with a good guidance and a good control over his quirk, he can become one hell of a powerful hero. I think it's Shoto that truly needs guidance, somebody to truly help him. His dad's not a good fit for him, but somebody like you, somebody that he looked up to, I think you would be great for him. Please. As Izuku bows his head, please help my friend, or I can't. As All Might looks at the boy, as he realized he truly is he's ambitious and powerful. If he wanted to, he could have all the power in the world, but he chooses not to. And he's kind-hearted to the people, to his friends. After that, All Might walks up to him, saying, of course, young Midoriya, I will help you. I will help guide young Todoroki. As Izuku raises his head, says, thank you, All Might. As he soon comes out, as both of them plan to go out the door, as they realize, as soon after, just like before, Kirishima, Kaminari, and Shoto stand at the front as he says, wait, you guys were waiting out here all the time? I thought you guys were waiting outside the entrance. What the hell? As Kirishima says, well, we got a little bit curious and we're wondering after, as Shoto cuts him off saying, we wanted to know what you guys are talking about, so we just stayed out here. As Kaminari goes, oh, thanks a lot, Todoroki. As they soon realize that All Might is in his regular form. As they say, All Might? Is that you? As all of their eyes widen and see All Might in his regular form. Can we explain? Allow us to explain. As they did hear somewhat about what happened, especially about the thing on how ambitious Izuku is, but they did, and somewhat on All Might's injury, but they didn't hear about the part about, well, giving one for all to Shoto. As Shoto hears this, he's completely shocked, surprised, and worried more than anything. As he says, are you sure? You sure you want to give this to me? Of all people. I mean, I was born for my father. I was born to defeat you, to take your place as the number one hero. My entire life has spent trying to reach that goal because of you. And that's not even because of that's what I want. It's what my father wants. As Kirishima and Kaminari see this saying, man, you really have had it rough, Todoroki. As Kaminari goes, hey, you're not your dad, man. You don't have to live up by his expectations. Live by your own, man. And we're here for you. Don't forget that. As Shoto feels saying, guys, and then Izuku grabbed him by the shoulder saying, we're here by your side, man. And if anyone deserves one for all, it's you. Heck, think how much you would piss off your dad knowing that you'll be working with All Might instead of him. It just shows how much you're going against him and how much you want to be your own hero, not the kind of hero he wants. As Shoto saying, thank you, Izuku. As Izuku saying, I always got your back, man. At that, Shoto stands up from the couch and says to All Might, All Might, please, I will accept your quirk and I will do everything I can to live up to your expectations. I promise. I swear it. As he bows his head, and All Might saying, thank you, young Todoroki. And you gotta thank young Midoriya. If anyone, you should be thanking him the most, after all. He's the one that convinced me to give the quirk to you, after all. As Izuku saying, hey, I think he deserves it. As Kaminari agrees, yeah, you wanted to give it to Todoroki, who already is pretty badass on his own, but you're not gonna give it to one of us? As Kirishima says, I don't know, man. I mean, I would love one for all, but would it be my quirk, or would it be one for all making me stronger? I just don't know, man. As Kana, what about you? I mean, adding one for all to your quirk? I think you barely already know how to control it as it is. As Kaminari saying, but okay, fine, I guess you're right. There, Izuku begins laughing. You guys are so fun to mess with sometimes, but you do that to yourselves. As Shoto saying, sorry guys, I promise I'll live it to your expectations as well. As Kirishima saying, hey, don't worry about it, Shoto. You deserve this quirk more than anybody. If anything, it just shows how truly manly you can become. As Kaminari goes, yeah, just give it everything you got, dude. There, All Might begins thinking, Midoriya, you could have gotten the quirk yourself, but you chose your friends over your own self. If anything, that is the will of a leader. Thinking about others before yourself. You truly do have what it takes to become the next #1 hero, besides young Todoroki. If anything, all 4 of you do. And I don't think it's just one of you, and just taking on one of you. You all 4 of you need to be truly guided to become great top heroes. After that, all 4 of them leave, with Ochako waiting in front as she was worried about Izuku, as Izuku told her that everything's alright. She has nothing to worry about, as she begins clinging to Izuku's arm, and the both of them leave, with the guys feeling a little bit uncomfortable, but just not to say anything, and smile that Izuku is actually truly happy. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry that I had to put more details into this what if. To be honest, it just only makes sense that I had to. Mostly because on how complicated it would be for Shoto to get One for All, and how much conflicting emotions he would have with it as well. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think. Like and subscribe, which really helps out my channel. And with that said, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.